businesses. As you know, as I've spoken about it on several occasions already, that I've got 3 businesses of my own. The transfers, it's a very niche market, and not many people nowadays have vinyls, VHSs, audio cassette tapes, things like that to convert. But I have actually converted them before, but for several years now I haven't even converted any of that stuff for any clients. Just the odd 1 or 2 through the family. So it's very tight on that. And then with DJing, I can get to venues, other DJs passing off gigs to me, or I can get my own clients. If a venue and or a client books me, they might even try me out, see how I go, and if they like me, they'll come back to me. And if not, they'll go to someone else or go back to another DJ that they prefer. And it's basically a type of business that there's a lot of DJs out there. You get pros, you get beginners, you get intermediate ones, and there's a lot of competition out there. A load, literally a load. And I know a handful of DJs who've been in the business for longer than I have. One of them is retired, and I'm still friends with him. There's 3 other DJs that I still talk to, and what I've worked out is that if you become friends with them, it's easier, because you can see what they're like, and they can see what you're like. And if they like what they see, they'll say, "Hey, look, I've double booked myself. Can you take this gig?" And say, "Yep, I'm free that day. I can take it." And vice versa, basically. So it's better off to be friends with DJs who can help you out, or you can help them out, whatever. Instead of fighting for it, just become one. There's one particular DJ, and I'm not going to mention his name, but he was married. He's now divorced. But I'm really good friends with him. In fact, he's actually helped me out. The first time I met him was actually with his now ex-wife at the White Heather, and they were doing the photo booth, because those two like two businesses. He's a DJ, she does the photo booth, and now seeing as they split up, he just does DJing, she does the same thing. So they split the business apart. So we're talking and stuff like that, and there's sometime last year that I had trouble downloading some music. There's this one particular tune that I really needed for that one weekend, and I reached out to him saying, look, I've got a problem, I can't download the music, and I need this one particular track. Any chance you can download it for me and I can grab it off you? And he said, yeah, not a problem, I'm going to download it for you. And he says, are you at work today? I said, yeah. He said, okay, cool. Do you want to meet at Woodmill, which is a venue not far from my workplace? And got it sorted, ready for the weekend. And honestly, he's such a great guy. In fact, funny enough, he actually worked at where I work currently. We work together. That was only a short time until he got set up somewhere else. But yeah, and there's another DJ that helped me out as well. I had a gig which was on Friday at the White Heather. That got changed to the Saturday, but back up a little bit. That gig was on a Friday. I had the Saturday free. Managed to get a booking on the Saturday somewhere else. And then I got notified from the White Heather saying, hey look, this party's changed to Saturday. So I replied back saying, look, I can't do the Saturday. I've got a gig booked. Can we change it back? No answer. Try again, no answer. Try again, no answer. So I basically gave up in the end and said, I basically said to the guy at the White Heather saying, look, I've got to get a DJ to cover that shift. Then I get a message back saying, who's this other guy? And I said, don't worry about that, it's all sorted. So I went to the Saturday game, and I picked up a friend of mine, and on the way there I said to him, right, everything's set up, just need your controller and laptop and hard drive. Took him to the venue, and the look on this guy's face, it was priceless, because this DJ friend of mine actually DJ'd there before on numerous occasions. So thankfully he did his thing, and I went off to do another venue. And I said to this friend of mine, right, seeing as it's my gear, I'll sort you out 100 quid, and I'll take the 40. And that's what we agreed upon. and it's done. And obviously I took him back as well, so that's why I took 40. There's another DJ friend of mine. He messaged me. I didn't know him at first, so we started chatting and this and that and the other. Became friends. Eventually he became annoying. We had arguments. I defriended him. And after a while, we became friends again. And I've helped him out and so on. So yeah, it's I've worked and helped out other DJs, and then garden. That's a different story. And gardening, there's competition out there as well as DJing. Got to do the same again. Become friends with other gardening businesses. I've done so already with at least one company. I did one garden for somebody. Basically wanted weeds taken down, the soil completely done, reseeded with grass. And I explained to everything, saying that the weeds will grow back, and basically giving over the advice that I know about professionally. And I actually said to her, look, weeds will grow back, and give the seeds time, about a week or two, before it starts sprouting. And a week later she basically messages me saying, the grass hasn't grown yet, but I've got weeds. And I said to her, look, I've already told you this. The weeds will grow back. Give the grass seeds a week or two to grow. It's quite simple. And then after that, all hell broke loose. She gave me shit. Saying this and that and the other and whatever. Put bad reviews on all three of my Facebook pages, which she only used one. And so I literally notified this other company that I became friends with and said, look, this is a person you've got to look out for. If she contacts you, don't even bother. And so they know about it. And so I basically blocked this person throughout all three of my pages and my personal page. And then a few days later she contacts me on my mobile, and I had to go there and told her right off, just, this is unacceptable behaviour, it's threatening, and you're discriminating me, and quite outright bullying. And she said, no, it's not. And she basically, at the beginning of the message, saying that don't you even think about getting away from me? spoke to her outright, gave it back to her, and locked her. So she can't even contact me now, because I don't want her to. But yeah, there's competition in whatever, in that gardening business. But when you start out any business, always start small and create friends, not enemies. And when you create friends, it puts you in good stead with other companies and clients. And start out with what you know and learn from that. And I've learned the hard way. Because if you learn the easy way, it's not going to be good for you at the end. So always learn the hard way, and then everything becomes easier as you grow your business. But yeah, that's basically what I've got to say in this video. Anyway, see you again soon.